Hey everybody, welcome to the Cologne podcast where two dumb friends hang out and talk about fragrances. I'm Mike.
And I'm Ryan.
Episode 43 today, Ryan.
Never thought we'd be here.
No, we said if we made it to 30, we'd retire. But then we have people like John.
Yes. John.
Giving us encouragement through email, and now he's bought us quite a few coffees.
Yes, he bought us 8 coffees.
8 coffees, which means $40 donated to probably covering about 4 episodes.
Yeah.
So, John, thank you so much for that. He also wrote us a sweet little nothing.
Yeah, he says, thanks for the podcast. I appreciate you both not being pretentious like most of the others in the community. It is nice hearing you guys going through the journey, just like us normal dudes.
That's right.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah.
And seriously, from the bottom of our hearts, we really do appreciate everything. Seriously.
Yeah, that gets us so hyped because honestly, that is our goal.
Yeah.
And we understand there is a certain elegance to perfumery, right?
Yep.
Like we know there's this art form, but at the end of the day, when it gets down the line to a couple of yahoos in East Texas and we get to sniffing on things,
yep,
we're not picking out all these notes. And I know there's a lot of hard work that we just don't understand. Just like, again, we work in video. When we hand the client the video at the end of the job,
yeah,
they don't know all the hard work that went in behind the scenes making that video.
Yep.
They just know, oh, you guys showed up for a few hours on the shooting day and then now we got a video. You know?
Yeah.
Why do we pay them so much for so little?
Yeah, thank God.
But so I know there's a lot to it, and we're not belittling it when we're simplifying it down to what honestly we see and what we smell.
Yep.
And that's just kind of where we're at. So I know there's guys that probably think they're doing a service by going, I smell the cardamom, and deep down, yeah, you know, those sulfuric acid, acetate, benzoin, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, they're doing all that stuff, and that's great. Hey, I hope to God you've got a cool nose like that.
Yeah.
I smell it, I'm going, man, it smells like soap and a little bit of lemon, and I love it, you know?
Yeah.
We're not going to jump into our one-night stand review of Luna Rossa Carbon just yet. We do honestly appreciate, John, your generosity in helping us put 4 more episodes up on the board. And everybody that's listening, everyone who shared and encouraged others to listen, that's the biggest thing to us. And we thank you so much for that. We honestly couldn't put it into words how much that means to us, because when we did the first couple of episodes, we were like, who's going to listen to this shit?
Yeah.
You know?
But we're shocked at how far this is reaching. That's the best part about this. We've gotten now emails from people from as far as Australia, England.
Yes. You know,
it's crazy.
We love it, and we're so thankful for you guys. As we go through this journey, we promise to be 100% genuine and authentic to who we are. At times, that's going to be abrasive, and you're not going to like it, but you're going to be able to trust us.
Yeah.
We're like that family member that you like most of the time. You know what I mean? Kind of like Ryan.
Until they tell you to get your shit together.
Yeah.
You're like, what is that crockety old bastard?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, you've played long enough. It's time to be a man. So with that, thank you so much, everyone that's listened and supported. And a special thank you to John for your most recent gift to the podcast. We thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
With that being said, I've got to tell you what Jen Jones 28 says about today's scent,
which is
Bleecker Street by Bond Number 9.
Uh-oh. Now, we had the last interaction with Bond Number 9 was from
the random sample bag,
which was a really good smell. So I'm excited.
We loved the centerpiece for him. And now we're about to tackle probably the most popular fragrance by Bond Number 9.
All right. And I haven't smelled this. I think you have, but I haven't.
I have, and so has Jen Jones 28. Here's what she says. This is another very popular and best-selling Bond. There's another Bond frag that people often compare to CK1, but I get CK1 from this.
Oh, God.
I actually like CK1 better.
Oh, God.
I found this to be too masculine for my taste, but I still like this scent, just like it better on guys. So I gave the bottle to my husband.
Oh, man. Where's the Advil, dog?
I don't think it's going to go that direction.
I hope to God not.
I've only smelled this thing once, but it's one of those fragrances that's stuck in my mind, and I keep thinking about it from time to time. That's why I put it on the board, and I said, we got to do this eventually.
Okay.
But before we do, let's get into our one-night stand review of Luna Rossa Carbon by Prada.
Yeah. One night stand review.
Well, after spending a luxurious night in what I would consider a California king-size bed, was actually a twinsy, but because of the price.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm going to tell you, you felt like you were sleeping on one because this thing is amazing. It is just, it's something.
It's kind of like, you know how when you see a commercial for like a Big Mac and it looks incredible?
Yeah.
But then you go and pay $8 and it's not?
Yes.
This is not it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, yeah, see the Big Mac. It looks incredible in the picture. Then they give it to you and it looks like they just killed a cow on the back and it's sloppy on there. But then you put it to your mouth and it's incredible.
Well, I did have a Big Mac a few days ago. And I'm not here to knock on McDonald's by any means. But let's just say it always looks a little more luxurious in the pictures than it is in person. This is one of those situations where it looks absolutely luxurious. And the price is so cheap. You go, how could it be that good? But then it is that good.
It is amazing. The dry down, I keep preaching the dry down. You guys are not ready for the dry down because to me, all the Embroxen like throws up the deuce and vanishes.
I don't even know what a Embroxen smells like.
I mean, I know what it smells like because of Sauvage, because that's all it is. It drowns you in that shit. But it's like, dude, it like hits you with a little bit of that. And then it says, you know what? I'm going to step out and let you meet your real father. Dude, it's amazing.
It smells clean. It's like soapy, but sweet, but citrusy. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And depending on your body chemistry, it may pull out one thing or another. But to me, it just smells like a cleaner Aventus without all the smoky, harsh.
Yes, man. This thing is killer, man. I cannot believe the price. So I'm still sticking by it's a buy. Go sample it, but it's a buy.
Yeah, sample it. And I did like The Voice, man. I pressed my red button and I turned around and I said, I want you, Luna Rossa Carbon, on my team. Team Myke.
And then I come around and I do the little finger point above my head.
You're like the Blake Shelton over here.
Yeah.
You're like, how y'all doing?
Yeah. I offer nothing else and then it comes to me.
Yeah. Well, the package that I ordered from fragrancenet.com is coming to me, Ryan, because I did buy it and I would heavily recommend it. I'm urging you, but yes, please, if you have a department store nearby, go sniff it. But that is just going to create the urgency to buy it now versus being able to wait, as fragrancenet.com sends you that half-priced 150 ml bottle that goes all the way to another country just to turn around and come back to your house.
Oh, man. It's worth it, though.
It is worth it.
It is ridiculous. So there you go.
When you're rocking this dollar menu budget, you go that route.
Well, when you wear that, you're going to smell like a $1 millionaire.
$1 millionaire?
Yeah. All right.
Let's jump on to our scent of the day, Bleecker Street by Bond Number 9.
You mind if I hit it first?
Please.
Okay, let's see if this lady calls it right by saying, it smells like CK1. Let's see. No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Jim Jones, please.
But I'm going to say this, though. Wow.
You likey?
Yes. I mooey likey.
I do too.
Man, that is... I'm going to say this so far from Bond Number 9. This one and the Scent of Peace for him.
Yeah.
That we've smelled so far. They have a uniqueness to them.
Yeah. When I was in the beginning stages of my search for the summer scent, or I like to call it
Todd, can you put sizzling bacon sound effects in?
Yeah. So whenever I was in my search for the summer scent, I smelled Bleecker Street. And I was like, God, this could be it. Then I was like, hey, how much is that? And he said, womp, 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 womp. And I said, fuck. Never mind.
Is it expensive?
Let me pull up the price.
I'm scared. There's a hint of something that has a little... It's, again, I hate when we do this shit. We're not saying one-to-one by any stretch of the imagination, but there's something in there that has a little bit of like that Elysium vibe to it for me.
Okay, well, on fragrancenet.com, you can find it. So that means you are getting it at a discount as opposed to retail.
Okay.
And at a discount, it's $250 for 100 ml. That's not as bad.
That's not as bad.
But I got quoted retail at the place that I went.
Yeah.
And it was nearly $400.
Damn.
And I was like,
how much?
100 ml.
Okay, for 100 ml, that's not bad.
I mean, but still,
Well, the reason why
high.
Well, the reason why I'm able to justify it is because Creed's asking for $400 for 50 mil.
And you want to compare it to a Ventus a little bit.
Dude.
But it's different.
Does it have leathery in it or somewhere? Does it some like leather to it? That's what I'm saying. Some of this, like a little bit of an undertone, it's got a hint of Elysium or something in it, man. It's not bright and sweet like Elysium on the it's not that, but there's something on the undertone that I'm smelling.
Again, we're looking at $250. That's close to Elysium money.
There's something there. This is not sweet like Elysium at all.
No.
But there's something there. I can't put my finger on it.
Here is where you're going to run into the speed bump of the Cologne podcast issues that we have, okay? If you're a listener, here's the trouble you're going to have with our podcast.
We're dumb.
Yes. We're a couple of idiots. But we are always looking at the price point of it. We're always considering the value proposition. And so when we do that and we start kind of lumping these into categories, we start buying out of our own pockets.
Yeah.
Instead of also allowing you as the listener to decide for yourself.
Yeah.
Because I immediately go, if this is $250 and I know that before tax, we can get Elysium for about $250.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, if I'm going to get one, I'm probably going to go Elysium.
I would definitely go Elysium.
But as a listener, you may not go that route. So take that with a grain of salt. But again, as we start looking at stuff, me and Ryan are not in a position that we've got some crazy collection. And that may be why we are quite a bit different from a lot of the people you see on YouTube. Because it's almost like, and maybe it's the visual format, they feel like they've got to have the bottle to kind of show it off.
Yeah.
But these guys have massive collections. And to them, it's just one more bottle. And hey, here's this fragrance and here's why you should get it.
Yeah.
To us, we're all the time going, we'll never be able to afford that and Elysium, you know?
Yeah.
So we have to decide one or the other.
In fact, the two highest end fragrances that I have were both gifts to me.
Right.
One from Myke and one from my wife. And it's going to be hard for me to just jump out and spend that kind of money, man.
Yeah, this is like for us, $250 on a fragrance would have to be a wild occasion.
Yeah. It smells really good.
It does.
I got it. I know what it is now.
Okay.
Do you have an extra spot on your arm?
Yeah.
It might take a minute. We may have to pause the podcast or, I don't know, talk about stocks or, I don't know, talk about baseball cards. I don't know.
Game stonks.
Yeah. Spray just a dab of Elysium anywhere on you and let it dry down a bit. To me, what it smells like, of course, Elysium off the top is just going to blow this out of the water. But what it smells like is kind of a more tamer, calm down, dry down of Elysium.
I know where you're going.
You see what I'm saying with that undertone of it?
Sure. Once you lose that super crisp intro to Elysium.
Yep.
And it kind of dulls down into the smoky kind of finish.
Yes.
I see where you're going with that.
See what I'm saying now?
And it's probably why I was drawn to this whenever I smelled it the first time, because at that point I hadn't smelt Elysium yet, I don't think.
Yeah.
Maybe I did, but I smelled this and I was like, ooh, this is nice.
It is super nice. And in its own way, it is different because to me, I haven't even looked at the notes. I'm effing this episode up, but it has like a little bit of a
We don't care about the notes here.
It has a leather vibe to me. Whatever's coming together has a little bit of a leather vibe in there.
Yeah, you say leather for earthy a lot though, and I do get the earthy sense.
So maybe that's it.
It does have kind of an earthy vibe to it.
Yeah.
Again, guys, I'm sorry we keep doing this, but man, for the price and the similarity, I would be buying Elysium. I'm just saying.
Dude, well, comparing bottles, I don't like.
Right.
I don't even like Bond Number 9's bottle looks.
Yeah. Have you seen this bottle?
I have not. I just know they're all shaped like a chocolate starfish over here.
It's a wild one. This one's like green and purple and yellow and spirals and geometry.
Well, I'm fixing to look it up because I'm like a train wreck. I'm curious. Oh, my God.
It's not my favorite bottle design, 100%.
Good Lord. That thing, it looks like they robbed somebody at Mardi Gras.
Right.
And threw that shit together. Dog.
Maybe.
Jesus
Maybe
Christ.
that's what a New York Mardi Gras looks like right there.
Good Lord. I don't know what to think about that, but it's...
So just to kind of break it down, it is kind of citrusy. It's very crisp, kind of a clean sort of a smell. On the skin, I get tons of citrus. On the card, I don't get as much citrus for Bleecker Street.
That's so funny because on the card, I get the citrus more.
Oh boy, here we go. Every time.
I do. I really do.
I think you say this just to like
be different.
Yeah.
No,
oppose me all the time.
I'm serious.
How many times have we gone over this, Ryan? I'm just kidding. Yeah, we do tend to like pick up different stuff. His nose and his body chemistry are wildly different than mine.
Yeah, God, it's in there. I'm telling you.
I feel like Bleecker Street is more of a Ventus alternative than it is, say, an Elysium alternative.
I can get with that. Yeah. It smells really good, though.
The dry down, if I'm allowed to use that term, the dry down is more pleasant than a Ventus's dry down.
Yeah, I agree.
I just don't like the weird smoky dry downs.
Yeah. Okay, so in a perfect world,
yeah,
the man or woman steps out of the shower.
Mm-hmm.
They towel off with a really nice thick towel.
Like a hotel towel.
Yeah, it just gets everything off.
Yeah, they're bone dry.
Yeah, and they're getting ready to throw something on. Who's reaching for a Mardi Gras bottle of fragrance and throwing it on?
I mean, it's a classy smell.
It is.
And it has that earthiness underneath it that has the intrigue.
Yeah.
I think you can get away with this. Again, this is one of these ones that I don't care if you're 22. I don't care if you're 52.
Yeah.
You could wear this.
Yeah.
I think if you're more mature, I think you're less dressed. And I think if you're younger, you're more dressed up.
It's so funny, but I get that. I 100% agree.
So having this fragrance, because it's a little more sophisticated for the younger guys, it's a little more playful for the older guys.
Yeah.
But either way, I think you could get away with this. Depending on your age is what you're going to dress up like. But this is definitely one that I would bet turns some heads because it is enjoyable.
It is, man. God, it is nice.
It's like a Ventus, but it has more of the cucumber vibe of Elysium. Then it's a little earthier down at the bottom, which gives you more of that Hachavat sort of a vibe.
It's a little bit of everything, isn't it?
It is.
Maybe that's why they put all those goofy ass colors on the bottle.
Yeah. It's like Captain Planet.
Dude, I'm going to say one thing about this brand. Look, their names, I can say this. The name kind of fits this. It feels cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But their bottle colors or whatever they're flipping over there, they got goddamn Picasso in their art department putting this shit together.
Look, I've only been through New York one time and I didn't stop. I was just driving through on my way whenever I moved to Boston.
You rolled all the windows up, you locked the door.
Not even. I was just trying to avoid as many tolls as possible because it got fucking expensive through that state.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm not sure if it's not shaped after some iconic sort of landmark or something that goes along with, I know they're like hardcore New York, or from my deduction of things. I feel like it all has to do with like New York type stuff. So I don't know. We could be making fun of their bottles and at the same time making fun of some like historic landmark that has some great meaning. But
if we are, I'm sorry.
We're sorry, but it's whack. It just looks whack as a fragrance bottle.
I can get over the shape, but I can't get over some of their color designs for some of these things.
See, to me, I'm the absolute opposite.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, throw all the colors on there as long as you go simplistic with the shape. Yeah, but if you go wild with both, it's
like
over.
You're holding Patrick Starr over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Skip it.
Sample it.
Buy it.
For me, it was almost a buy.
Yeah.
I feel like I've scratched the itch with a few different things, though.
I will say the same thing. Man, that car stock smells really good. So I would say if you haven't scratched the itch yet, and haven't found similar things like we have already, then I would say get it. Yeah.
If I didn't already have a decant of Elysium and already have a decant of a Ventus, and I just bought Luna Rossa Carbon by Prada, then it's like, well, one, I probably would have had enough money to buy this. But the fact that I have Elysium, or at least some Elysium, and I have Prada's Luna Rossa Carbon in the mail coming, I feel like I don't need it because I feel like this kind of meets in the middle of Luna Rossa Carbon, Elysium, and Aventus.
It's so weird.
It's a T section, T-way stop, and right in the middle is Bleecker Street.
It really is. It's the strangest thing. So I can say without question here, it's a great smell.
Yeah, and it's funny that we're piggybacking these two episodes, Luna Rossa Carbon and Bleecker Street, but I would think you'd get more out of your $50 spent on Prada than you would out of $250 spent on Bleecker Street.
I'm going to tell you right now you would. So, You know what? I'm going to back off of it. I'm actually going to say sample both this and Luna Rossa Carbon. I have a feeling when you're at the dry down of both these, I think you'd pick the Luna Rossa Carbon.
Yeah, for $50, it's hard not to let this topple over that ugly ass bottle of Bleecker Street.
If it's modeled after a historic landmark, we are deeply apologetic.
We are not trained professionals. We are just two idiots speaking about something on podcast. Guys, thank you so much for listening. I can't believe you're listening to us, but the fact that you are means a lot to us. And let us know. Hit us up at thecolognepodcast@gmail.com. Are there more fragrances by Bond Number 9 you want to hear about?
Yeah.
Do you want to trash us for trashing the bottle shape? Go for it. We read them all.
Hey, look, people trash our bottle design of our bodies.
That's right. All the time. It was like those kids that were pointing and laughing at us the other day. And we were just like, oh, okay. Another one of those, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, can't catch a break.
Yeah, we were molded by that.
That's right.
So if Bond Number 9 can't take a little flack from two nobodies in East Texas, then they need help.
Yeah. But hit us up there. If you want to support the podcast, you can do it in two ways. One, buymeacoffee.com/Cologne podcast. And two, share it with a friend, family member, or enemy that you think enjoys fragrances or might get value out of whatever this is we're doing.
Yeah. Seriously, again, to reiterate, thank you for all the support and all the different ways that you guys have been supporting us, from following us, leaving comments on YouTube videos, emailing us, buying us a coffee, every bit of it. Seriously, thank you.
It keeps us going, keeps the podcast happening, and keeps putting episodes up on the board. And we appreciate it, and we're going to keep spraying it up, y'all.
Yeah, spray it up, y'all.